Okay, so here I'm at a friend's house, and they asked me to install a 120, 25 volt, 120 volt, 30 amp breaker for their RV. And one thing I find out is that the actual socket that you plug in from the trailer, it looks like a 220, but it's not. It's definitely a 110. And so we found this stranded wire at a company. And I put these ferrules at the end here because it's a stranded wire, and this is very flexible and comes right through here. Here's the cord. Here's where we put it in, and it goes all the way to that pipe. It's a 1-inch pipe. Obviously, we had taken all this stuff off. Comes all the way over here, and there's what it looks like. Now that almost looks like a 220, but it's not. From here to here, it's 110. That's the ground. And yeah, if you make the mistake and you do 220, which is what I did, and it just didn't seem right, it tells you right here that it's 110 from here to here. Okay. And then he had this thingamajigger. Let's see. He had this guy that he put on there, and the blue on, red on came on. It says open neutral, and I was like, okay, there's something up. And the neutral, basically neutral is a return, and so the neutral, I think the neutral has to go either here or over here. I can't remember. It's one of these, and then the actual black wire has to go on the other one and stuff. But anyway, don't make that mistake. This is not a 220. This is 110 from here to here, 110. And so if you own an RV and that's what it is, when you show up to an RV park, you have to tell them that it's a 110 30 amp breaker, not a 220. And so we did a schedule 40. So it goes all the way back to the panel. And so this wire that we got here, it was actually cheaper to go with this wire than typical Romex 10. This is 10.3. It was $1.80 something a foot at one of the places here, and I put these ferrules on there. So this is the ground. It's going to go over here, right there, and then the neutral goes here, and then the black one, which goes to the breaker, comes all the way up here, and there it is right there. Okay, so remember, it is a 110 system to your RV. Make sure you read the panel or read the instructions on your RV. And so the ground, I'll connect the ground here in just a bit and stuff. So these ferrules, these are 6mm ferrules. I bought them at Mosier. They're not a sponsor. And then these are the crimps. These are the crimps that crimp that. Okay. I believe I got these on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they look like. And these are the ferrules. They call them connector, 6mm yellow, 10 gauge. It's right there, 10 gauge terminals. That's what they look like. Okay, hope everybody's doing good. Talk to y'all later. Okay, so here's the plug. This is that 125. I know it's hard to see there, but it says 30 amp at 125 volt from here to here. Here's the back. Here's the neutral on this guy right here. And then if we go to the other side over here, here's the black, and the black goes to this guy right here, and then the ground goes to that guy up there. Okay, and that's 110 at 30 amps. Alrighty, now on this guy right here, I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a W right there which says, I'm assuming that's where the white is, so you plug it in like this, you plug it in, that white one, the neutral aligns. So that's your neutral. Neutral right here, black and brown. Okay, later.